the day has finally come to pull a 1JZ. And actually at that, this is a very strong 1JZ. This thing has been through so much. I mean, you guys saw it catch fire right there. Yeah, no, this thing's done its time. It sucks to get rid of it, but I'm ready for the, you know, bigger and better things. But regardless, this engine setup was solid. I have no complaints. It's honestly never really let me down. I had a black hatch with an SR20 VVL, and let me tell you, that thing let me down so many times. I will never go SR again. That's just me. Never do an SR again. But a JZ, I will do this every single time, and that's why another one's going in here. So either way, this one's going to come out. I sold the whole setup. I sold the turbo, manifold, injectors. I mean, basically just the long block. I'm going to keep the tranny and all that, but everything's fully sold. And luckily, most of the stuff is super quick release. So you got the intercooler piping that is on V-bands. So this is literally like a less than 5 minutes. You'll have the intercooler off. Then you have the radiator down there, which it's 4 bolts. And then once that's off, that's really the bulk of it. Then you have the 2 motor mount bolts, and then disconnected, of course. And it's super simple. I mean, it's really just injectors, and the lines kind of come with it. So disconnect injectors and a few sensors, and this thing can get yanked out. And of course, 2 engine bolts, and then the tranny, the tranny cross member. So this thing should be out. My guess is 7:50 now. I think before 10 o'clock this thing will be out of it. So we'll see. I'll get the whole thing on a time lapse, and it's been a good time. It's been a really good time, but I'm ready for the next one. Easy peasy. There we go. Just water. A little bit of water wetter too. Yeah, the diff sounds super messed up. Like something's clanking bad. First thing we're gonna do is do a quick compression check on the engine. Verify that it is a good engine still. So yeah, this will tell us how the compression is on all 6 cylinders. Alright. What's it at? Perfect. Cool. 150 across the board. She healthy. Alright, shifter disconnected. Now it is time for a driveline. We started this at, I can kind of see, 8:19 p.m. It is 9:49, and we got an engine to pull. Basically, everything's disconnected. We have the harness pushed over to the side. We got the downpipe unbolted from the exhaust and alternator. Basically, everything on this side of the motor is freed up. Of course, the front of the engine, there's nothing to unfasten. And then on this side, we got the oil cooler lines disconnected. Of course, the injectors had to come out because the harness had to come out. That's how we got it over there. But yeah, looking at it, there's nothing else to disconnect. Even the motor mount bolts are disconnected. So it's basically strap a chain to it, undo the tranny bolts, and this thing's coming out in less than 2 hours. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I guess it's time to drop some bolts and yank this sucker out. Hells yeah. All right, just under 2 hours, this sucker is yanked out. That's crazy. Crazy how fast that was. But that's what happens when you simplify things. Things are just simple to take out. But yeah, there's a 1JZ vvti with a aftermarket exhaust manifold, Garrett turbo, tile wastegate, custom downpipe, CDO9. This is actually the Collins adapter kit where it runs the automatic JZ cover, actually automatic JZ transmission bell housing, then the adapter, then the CDO9. This kit requires you to, of course, cut the tranny and then mount that kit on. But yeah, it looks pretty wicked out the car like that. That tranny almost looks unproportionate to the engine. That thing's huge. That's cool. That looks wicked looking at it underneath. That looks so cool. But yeah, that's an engine out of a car in less than 2 hours. That's accomplishment. And we officially have a gutted out 240 and a 1JZ standalone. This is the package the new buyer is getting. He's getting intercooler, injectors, coil packs, stock harness, ECU, and of course the glorious 1JZ. I'm keeping most of the parts on it. I hate to part ways with the beautiful blue, but it looks so good together. I can't separate those. So valve covers, turbo, just as I showed you before, exhaust manifold, the tile gate I'm going to go ahead and throw in there, along with the downpipe, just because it makes sense to sell that with the setup, because it's, you know, custom built for it. I have no use for it, so it should suit it nicely. So yeah, this is the 1JZ package, 400 horsepower package. It'll do it. And then these are the parts I'm keeping. So my CDO9, of course my radiator, driveline, coil pack cover, coil packs, clutch that I'm gonna sell because it's not gonna support the power I'm going for, oil adapter, and then miscellaneous goodies. So it's been a good run. I'm gonna miss this engine, but I am ready for version 2. And it's only before 1. She's good. That's a wrap.